On page 2-11, we are going to look at monomials. So that sounds really scary, but all it is, a monomial is a number a variable, or those two things put together, a product of a number and a variable. Now, these variables might also have exponents. So for instance, the number 7 is a monomial, just a plain old number. 3x is considered a monomial, 3 times x, so that's the product of a number and a variable. 4x to the 5th is considered a monomial. So even though it has an exponent, it's still a monomial. Negative 3ab. So you can have negative coefficients. Those are the numbers in front of the variables, remember. You can have more than one variable being multiplied. You could have something like negative 2x to the 3rd, y to the 4th. So you could have different variables, different exponents, all of that. The key is that it's only numbers and variables being multiplied. There's no addition, subtraction, or division. What we are going to do with monomials is we are going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide them. So we're going to put them together in different ways. On this page, 2-11, all we're going to do is add or subtract. This is very similar to what we did before when we were combining like terms. Okay, so monomials with the same variables and exponents. This is extremely important. These two almost look like they could be like terms, 3x and 4x to the 5th. They are not like terms because this one has an x to the 5th and this one just has an x to the 1. So not only do the variables have to be the same, but the exponents of those variables also have to be the same. If they are, we call those like terms. So earlier in Unit 2, all we had to worry about are which variables matched, or the plain terms, the constants. Now you have to be paying attention to the exponents as well. So to add or subtract monomials, it says exactly what we've been doing. You combine your like terms. You do not change the variables or the exponents. So only the coefficients should change. So the coefficients, again, are the numbers that are being multiplied, the numbers in front of the variables. So when we look at number 1, 4x and 5x are like terms. Same variable, same exponent, so we put those together and get 9x. Again, that's exactly what we did in the quiz we just took. Number 2, AB and AB match. So we need to do negative 12 minus 2 to give us negative 14 AB. The variables just stay stuck to the numbers, being multiplied to the numbers. They don't change. Number 3, m squared and m squared match. So 7 minus 9 is negative 2, and then m squared comes along. Number 4, we just have a k and a k. So negative 8 minus negative 8 really means negative 8 plus 8, which is 0. Not 0k, just 0. 0 times anything is just 0, so the variable goes away. Number 5, r squared s, r squared s. Those match. So negative 3 plus 11 gives us positive 8 r squared s. Don't forget to bring all the variables and exponents along. Number 6, PQR, PQR, so 10 plus 1. Remember, if there's not a coefficient, you can put a 1. So 11 PQR is your answer for number 6. Number 7, you might think this cancels out like it did in number 4, but it does not. These do match. A, B to the third. 15 minus negative means really 15 plus 15. So 30, A, B, and the B is cubed. Number 8, x to the 5th, y squared. Those things match. So 10 minus 14 is negative 4, x to the 5th, y squared. So those, other than having the exponents added in there, were exactly like what we did before. All right, even number 9 looks like what we've done before, where you just need to make sure you match up the correct variables together. So negative 5m minus 3m. Negative 5 minus 3 gives us negative 8m. If it helps you to change this to a plus, a negative, then do that. That's negative 2 plus 1, which is negative 1. So minus 1n. You can just put the n, you don't need the 1. Again, it technically doesn't matter what order you put them in. We just try to put them in order from, in alphabetical order with the letters. So 10, that gets a little bit tricky. We're going to start with the x's. So we have this and this. This is negative 2x. Again, if you need to make that a plus sign and a negative to remember that's negative 2x, then do that. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6x. Then I'm going to put the xy. Again, it doesn't matter, but we like to have all of our x terms first. So we have 8xy minus 5xy. So that would be plus 3xy. You cannot put those together to make it 9 because they don't match exactly. So these two are gone, and then finally we're left with plus 3y. When you have the same variable but different exponents, you want to start with your highest exponent first. So 7k squared plus 12k squared gives us 19k squared. Those are the only two you can put together at first because the other ones have a k to the first power. Your exponents are different. So these two are done. Then you have negative 1 plus 4, which would give me positive 3k. Number 12, we're going to start with r to the third. So that's a negative 1 r to the third plus 5 r to the third to give us 4 r to the third. Then we have negative 2 minus 8, which gives us negative 10 r squared. (13). Again, we have C, we have CD, and we have D. I want the C to go first. So 8c squared. There's no other c squared, so that one's done. Then the CD. Negative 4 minus 1 gives me negative 5CD. And then the plus 3D squared comes along at the end. (14), I'm going to do the ones with the exponents first. So a squared b squared plus 3a squared b squared. So 1 plus 3 gives me 4a squared b squared. Then I have 9 minus 12 to give me negative 3ab. So again, when you say negative, just put a minus sign. Number 15 tells us to find the sum of 8m to the third n squared and negative 3m to the third n squared. So sum means add. Some of you aren't going to need to rewrite that, but if you want to. So I put the negative 3 in parentheses just so I didn't have the plus and the negative right next to each other, but if you don't, that's fine. They're like terms, so really all you needed to do is look at 8 plus, for sum, negative 3, and get 5m cubed n squared for your final answer. So you do not need to write that out if you don't need to. 16 is a little bit trickier because it says to subtract this one from this one. So you need to do 2xy minus negative 4xy. So that really becomes plus positive. So your final answer is 6xy.